So here's another short story, or a post if you will, about a young wife who screwed up the marriage because she cheated on her husband when he was deployed overseas. And of course, is here on Reddit, trying to get a lot of pity, want people to take her side and all that, even though she's the one that betrayed her guy. And even better yet, down the road, during reconciliation, she then pulls some BS again, and he is now officially done. And it goes to show you guys, number one, don't get married when you're in the military. Don't rush into relationships. And once a cheater, always a cheater. And don't ever buy this whining and crying, world's smallest violin, song and dance crap. Don't fall for it, because they're all going to do it. And the story is titled, I, a 24-year-old female, cheated my 25-year-old husband. And a shout out to Ben for sending in the story. She says, we've been married for a little over 2 years. We were both teenagers working the same high school job when we met in 2017. Our friendship started off rocky to begin with due to how fast stuff moved between us. He wasn't ready to be exclusive, so we stayed friends and who were doing things together for a while. Then he got into a relationship with a childhood friend and got married and divorced within a year due to them both cheating and the wife not being willing to fight for the marriage. Smack! What a moron. Got married that early. Of course it's not going to work out. Both of them were cheating? Oh, great. We started talking back again and began an actual relationship, then got married after being together for about 2 years. Smack! What is wrong with this guy? He's my God, what do you think is going to happen? How young he is? He's in the military, and this past year he was deployed for 7 months. Here we go. You can all take bets what's going to happen next. I decided to go after a one of mine and join the police academy. Toward the end of the academy, I got closer to a guy than I should have and ended up cheating on my husband. There's a stereotype female cop with all these dudes, and the guy's deployed. This is why you don't get married in the military. I can understand. Bear with me before you all jump at me on this. I can understand a woman being lonely when her guy's away. Okay, I get that. That's fair enough. It doesn't justify her actions that they all do. But shit, a lot of them, the second the guy is deployed or is off for training or whatever it is, she's like, bye, and she's off taking the ring off and going hooking up with Chad and Tyrone. The entire time period lasted for about 3 weeks. From me texting the guy to actually cheating. My husband returned from deployment 2 weeks before it happened, but during those 2 weeks, it was like he wasn't actually here. She actually saying she was actually cheating on him when the husband was back. We were having relationship problems already, and it seemed all he wanted to do was be around or play the game with the men that he just got back with. It hurt my feelings, and I felt very overlooked. This all happened in April and May. Due to the military situation and us living 6 hours away from any family, we continued to live together. He plans to move out in February with some of his friends due to us needing space. But at the same time, he's pretty sure he's done. So in other words, obviously at some point in here, he caught her and found that she was cheating. And he's done. Who can blame him? Okay, he was a moron for getting married twice, that young, that quickly. And obviously in the past relationship he cheated. And who knows if he did it to her, but the point is she was cheating on him. I want nothing more to fix our marriage. No, honey, it's not going to work. The affair is the worst mistake I ever made. I've owned up to it. I unadded the guy on everything, deleted his phone number. We don't work together. He was just someone in the same academy class as me. It doesn't matter because, say you stay together and he's deployed again. What happens the next time you get lonely? The same shit. Well, a shooting happened a few weeks ago, and I did send the message to the guy to make sure he wasn't the one who that happened to due to the job field, but I also checked on everybody else from the agency who I went through the academy with. So now she's reaching out to her former affair partner. That's kind of a no-no if you're trying to preserve your marriage. I was honest with my husband about it, and he said that it was a big determining factor to him feeling done with me. I told him I'd never contacted the guy again, and even went so far as to say I'd block him on everything, delete my social media, do anything it takes to fix the marriage. You said that before, honey, and now you hear that there was a shooting, and there you had to go reach out to him. The first one you reached out to. What does that say? It shows you're not over him, and he can still reach out. No. I don't care if it was a few weeks, a few months, or a few years. My husband really does seem done, and I don't know what to do. Let him go. It ain't going to work. I'm trying my hardest to do everything I can while respecting his space and boundaries. No, you're not. because you wouldn't be on here complaining about it if you were respecting his boundaries. I'm not fighting him on moving out because I really do feel we need the space if he's ever going to come to the conclusion he does want to fight for the marriage. Why fight for a bad marriage? A failing marriage. We both admitted we haven't been perfect in our marriage or relationship or friendship, and a lot of damage has been done. Neither of us have been the healthiest, and I just want a clean slate since we are both aware of it now. Start counseling and build our relationship off on a healthier, more open foundation. It's not going to work. You're 24 years old. Cut your losses and move on. Maybe you learned something. Has anybody been through this before? Did space end everything for you, or did your significant other come back afterwards? Any perspective from someone who's been cheated on? Is there anything else at all I can do? I'm also so scared since we've been living together and it's been 7 months since the incident and he's still feeling done that maybe there is nothing I can do. I don't know if the space will change that or if not at all, but I've been able to fix this stuff in 7 months. Will I be able to do so? No. Give up. I think she likes her stable living with this guy. I think she likes a lot of drama. This is what happens. And let's just say he patches things up with her. The second he's deployed, the same damn thing's going to happen again. Or he might get pissed off and go cheat on her, and round you go. There's just situations where two people are put together, it doesn't work, part ways and move on. But what cracks me up so often is how you have these gals come on here, and they screw the whole thing up, and they whine and cry and complain that woe is them and want everybody to feel bad for them. No, it's not going to work that way. Because as far as I know, this guy never cheated on her or did anything awful to her. Because believe me, she'd say so. Now, a few comments here. And let me tell you, the whole comment section is really giving her a hard time. A lot of women in the comment section are giving her a hard time. This one is from a woman. And the woman says, as a betrayed spouse, I can tell you with 1,000% certainty, if my wayward husband texted the AP every 10 years down the road to check on her, I would walk away and never look back. That is a line that there is no excuse of crossing for me. Agreeing to try and reconcile after betrayal takes having all your trust ripped from you, starting at square one. If the wayward betrayal is in that space of reconciliation, there's little incentive to take risk again. You guys are young and sound like no children. Most betrayed will tell you that the need to consider a future with their children that gave them the willpower to consider reconciliation. Without kids, I wouldn't give him the chance, honestly. It sounds like he's done, but you could always use the time apart to focus on being the person and the wife you want to be for him in his absence. You never know, he may see your commitment and change his heart. No, he's not. And yeah, there's no kids involved, so she shouldn't even try that path. It's not going to work. Another one says here, if my wayward wife had texted her former affair partner to make sure he was okay, she'd have been quickly out of the house and figuring out where to live and how to get a phone that worked, because I would have shut hers off. You pretty much just spit on his face by texting your affair partner. It makes it worse that he was deployed in the military. Google the military term Jody. Your affair partner is a Jody, and now you're the stereotypical military dependopotamus. And last one, this guy says here, you didn't discuss it with your husband before texting the affair partner. You didn't consider his feelings at all and continue to put your feelings first. My wife texted affair partner multiple times after me asking her not to. She also came clean about some of those times afterwards she texted him. It was clear to me that she didn't respect me, so it was a determining factor in my decision to begin exiting our marriage. Ding, ding, ding. I'd urge you to be open, honest, and transparent with yourself so that you can be those things with your boyfriend or with your betrayed partner. If you truly want to be in your marriage, there's no other way. You simply cannot think about talking to the affair partner and not being forthcoming about the train of thought without considering or discussing with it your husband. He feels absolutely abandoned by you, and you keep showing him that he is. Well, that's 100%. But I don't feel bad for jackasses like this. They screw the whole thing up, and there's a lot she's leaving out. And I'm convinced that if he did anything to maybe warrant this behavior, like he cheated on her, or I don't know what, or whatever, believe me, she'd mention it. So, for God's sake, just part ways, move the hell on, and she can go screw somebody else's life up, and that's some other guy's problem. But this guy, leave him the hell alone. He's done. And again, she was definitely leaving some things out because it kind of jumped to all of a sudden he's moving out, but obviously found out he was done with her. So, boo-hoo, honey, move on. Nobody feels bad for you.